The following is a short tutorial on how to set up grades inside of D2L using the Setup Wizard. To start, you can either go to the Grades app icon if you have it applied to your page, or you can go drop down the Student Tools and click on Grades. Once inside the Grades tool, you're going to see there's 4 choices at the top. You can enter grades, manage grades, schemes, or Setup Wizard. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about the Setup Wizard, which will allow us to go through 7 steps that will help us customize how we want to use the grades tool. So if we scroll to the bottom, you're going to see there's a blue button called Start. We're going to click there. The first step is choosing a grading system. Your options are weighted or points. For the most part, we generally use weighted in our system, so we're going to click on that. As you can see, if you wanted to do it by points, so assigning each category a point, you could, but generally in the weighted system, assigning percentages is what we tend to do. So once we've selected that, we can just continue. The next step is final grade release. It asks you if you want to release the calculated final grade or you want to release an adjusted final grade. The adjusted final grade is nice because it gives you the option to make adjustments right before the grade is released. So if you select that and then you hit continue. The third step is grade calculations. This asks you what you want to do with ungraded items. Do you want to drop ungraded items, or do you want to treat ungraded items as zeros? If you're dropping ungraded items, it's really starting at 100% and working its way down every time you add a mark in. If you're treating every item as a zero, it starts at 0 and works its way up, but every item you have in your grades tool will automatically be assigned a 0. I just wanted to show you that if you click on these question marks, it will give you a really specific explanation of what each of these are. For the most part, we select drop ungraded items. The next one is it allows you to auto update. So do you want to automatically keep final grade updated? If so, you click auto update. For the most part, we do that and then continue. The fourth step is to choose a default grade scheme. As you can see right now, percentages is the only one that we have, but if you would go into the schemes, you can create other schemes that you might want to use, but for the purpose of this, we generally just use percentages. So we can go to continue. The fifth step is managing view display options. So this is just how many decimals the student's going to see. So if you wanted to do more or less than 2 decimals, you could. Then you would just go continue. The sixth step is student view display options. This allows you to set what the student's going to see when they go into their grades tool. The different options are under grades details. You can allow them to see the points grade by clicking here. So that's what they got on the assignment, say 75 out of 80. If you click here, it will allow them to see what their mark is once the weight's been applied to it. If you click here, it will allow you to see the grade scheme symbol, which we set our scheme to percentage, so it will give them the percentage of the mark they got on that assignment. And finally, the grade scheme color is it will apply a visual representation by color on how the student did. So when the student logs in and sees their grade, it will be highlighted in a color which will represent how well they did. The other options are decimals displayed. So inside you can set how many decimals you're going to see. You can say characters displayed in terms of text items. And the last one is the final grade calculation. Generally, we don't display the final grade calculation to the users until the grades are released. So then we click on continue. And in the final step, it will just give you a summary for you to review. So you can scroll down and you can see all of the options you've selected. And once you're done that, you can just click on Finish. Thank you for watching this short tutorial on how to use the Setup Wizard inside of the Grades tool to set up how you're using grades.